All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ontarian Hawkins here, the passive income guru. Thanks for tuning in to this special hangout with a good friend of mine, Randy Wilson, also known as Bitcoin Randy. We're going to dissect a few things for you today, probably more than a few, but it's going to make you excited before you leave here today. What we're going to show you is a community that can change your life financially if you let it, if you have the faith to take that next step. 2016 is about to end. 2017 is coming really, really fast. And if you're not in a financial place to where you're comfortable enough to say, hey, you know, I'm good, you know, my bills are paid, my kids are taken care of, then you want to stay connected to this video. We're going to show you something that can literally change your life, and we're going to show you proof of that. But first, I want to introduce you to my good friend Randy Wilson. We go back a little ways in different, you know, programs, but we are on the same scale and mindset when it comes to passive income and becoming your own entity when it comes to business. You see, it's not just about, okay, I want to make money. It's about creating a legacy, folks. This is what this channel is all about. I can show you how to make a few bucks here, a few bucks there, but if you're not interested in creating a legacy, then it's really obsolete. So, Randy Wilson, thank you, sir, for coming and sharing your time with us today. How's everything going today, man?
Hey, brother. This is Bitcoin Randy Wilson, and I just want to say thank you for having me here on your channel, on your show. And, you know, I just think it says a lot that someone like yourself takes the time out to share this kind of information. I'm glad to be a part of it. Like you said, we are of like minds. You know, we both have the same, you know, kind of envision of what we're supposed to look to accomplish financially. And like you said, it's the passive income. And the passive income is really about lifestyle and expression. You know, what I think, Ontarian, is a lot of us don't have the ability to truly express ourselves. And one of the things that I say to people sometimes is, you know, while you're you know, most of us are trained to work on the job and trade our time for money. And in that respect, we kind of limit our expression into the construct of our jobs. You can tell by when you ask people, well, you know, hey, what do you do? And they'll always give you their job title, you know, or their job role, you know. And I'm not saying that that's wrong or bad. I'm just saying it is what it is.
Right.
But what if you could, you know, make the same money? What if you had a chance, if your boss came to you and said, hey, listen, this month is a special month. You've been chosen. We're going to pay you this month as normal, but you have absolutely no reason or need to come into work, but we're going to pay you anyway. We're going to pay you anyway, but you don't have to trade your time for this money by coming into work. You could just do whatever you want to do. How would your life change if you could make the same amount of money, not trading your time for the money and being able to live your life the way you truly want to?
Sign me up,
So, well, I mean, right? That's what I said. Sign me up, you know. That's where I think you and me are on the same wavelength, because we're trying to live that lifestyle of not having to trade our time for money, but instead express ourselves with, you know, this beautiful thing we call life, and not trade it by being somewhere we don't want to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
that's right. That's right.
So, you know, that's what it's all about, brother.
And I never understood the concept of a job. I mean, I've worked a job. You know, I started working at 16 years old. I was always told, and you see, this is, you know, this goes back generations. I was always told by my dad, son, go to school, get an education, get a job. I mean, over and over again. And what do? I follow instructions. I do what I'm told. you know, unbeknownst to myself. And I go along this cycle, and I get older, and I say, wait a minute, I'm seeing some trends that I'm seeing things that are not supposed to happen. I'm seeing people, including myself, who go to college, who study, who major in a particular major, who get out of college and don't even go into the field of study that they study, okay? And then what happens is, once I get into the workforce, my time is stripped away from me. My time is stripped away from my family. I'm told what to do. I'm told when to eat. I'm told when to get up. That sounded like slavery to me.
Oh, you're killing me, man.
That sounded like slavery to me. Okay. So, folks, hey, we're going to get deep here on this hangout. So if this touches you some type of way, good or bad, just know we're not here to harm. We're here to tell you the truth. We're going to tell the truth today, folks, because it needs to be heard. People need to hear this information. You know,
sometimes the truth is offensive. Sometimes, you know, because people get caught up in their feelings. Right. You know, people get caught up in feelings because people want to believe that they are righteous regardless of consequence, even to themselves. People want to believe that they're righteous, even though there's a consequence to your self-imposed righteousness. And a lot of it comes down to exactly what you just described, that story that we are all told. Brother, I can't even tell you how much you and me are alike. That same story was told to me as a kid, and I just don't know why it's like I looked around and I said, wait a minute, you might as well be telling people about Santa Claus. Because it's the same thing, right? Oh,
yes, sir.
You know, the guy in a red suit comes down the chimney and gives everybody presents, right? Get a job and you're going to work for, you know, and they're going to take care of you and retire. What? After a while, you got to grow up and realize that story does not exist. You know what I mean?
Right. Don't add up, brother. Well, I tell you what, folks, that's the introduction. We're going to give you a something that can change your life. Okay. Now, I've been talking about Bitcoins the last few weeks or so. I've been talking about Bitcoin. Okay. Now I'm gonna let Randy, because Randy is his other name on his marketing name on YouTube is Bitcoin Randy, and this guy, he knows about Bitcoin. So I'm gonna let him explain what Bitcoin is, why it's so important, and where we're going with Bitcoin starting from today.
Well, guys, first of all, and thank you, Ontarian, again for allowing me to be here. And
yes, sir, I appreciate you.
I'm definitely not a master at it. I'm a student of it, and I think that's what's important. Is it's an ongoing education process. I've started learning about Bitcoin really deeply about a year ago, and you know, prior to a year ago, if you said Bitcoin, I would just go, oh yeah, you know, I think I heard something like that before, you know, and and then. You know, obviously, then we were thrust into a couple of platforms that you and me were active in, and it really gave us a shotgun education on the whole subject. And I just kind of stuck with it because here's the thing about Bitcoin that you got to really understand. It's not necessarily about Bitcoin itself that's so exciting. I mean, it is exciting itself, but you really got to understand the ideology of Bitcoin, where it comes from, why it's here. You know, Bitcoin is an alternative currency. Well, what do you mean alternative? What's wrong with the one we got now? That's the question you got to ask.
There you go.
What's wrong with regular money? You know, what's wrong with the banks? What's wrong with the paper currency? Why is electronic money more valuable than paper money? And you really got to ask all of these questions versus, you know, how can I make money with Bitcoin? That's what a lot of people result to, is just how can I make money with Bitcoin? Well, you know, my involvement with it, my appreciation for it, it goes a little deeper than just trying to make money. You know, I come from a financial background. I have a license. You know, I've done some retirement planning and things like that. And, you know, it really goes back to the established banking system.
Mm.
Everything can come back to the established banking system as to where all the problems begin. And here's something that I want you guys to understand. Someone taught me this a long time ago. They said, if you want to know where the problem is, go back to where before there was a problem. Go back to before there was a problem, and you will find the solution to the problem. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
And you know, not to get too into this philosophically or whatever, but if you go back and look at, you know, when the tax code began in 1913, when the fractional reserve banking system came into place back in the early 1900s. If you look at when gold, when the U.S. dollar was detached from the gold standard, you start to really see where the folly is in the current fiat currency system. And when I say fiat currency, I just mean it's not our U.S. dollars, for example, are not backed by anything. It's just paper.
That's
and
right,
this paper, we just believe that it has value. And the government has the ability to print it at will. So the government is able to continually print money, and dilute the buying power of the dollar because there's no limit on it. Okay, there's no limit on how much they can print. Well, that's where the problem begins, guys. You've heard of terms like inflation or hyperinflation. Basically, it's taking more dollars to buy the same goods. I think if you look on Google or whatever, there's a little icon or a little picture out there that shows that the dollar has declined 93% or something like that over the last 100 years.
Wow.
And that's because, is it because, oh, things are more expensive today than they were yesterday? No, that's not. You know, the same, the materials and the commodities and the goods and services, it all costs the same, but it takes more dollars to buy the same goods that our grandparents bought or our parents bought.
Makes a lot of sense.
Does that make sense? You know,
Definitely.
So the value of the dollar is at risk. And when, like you said, like you and me both said, people go to school, go to jobs, go to work, and they put their money in the 401ks and they save it. But you got to understand, anytime you take your fiat currency and put it in a government qualified program, you're basically talking about a declining asset, the US dollar, otherwise known as fiat currency, and B, you're putting your money into a system, if you will, into the control of the government. Whenever you use that 401k, that IRA, any of these qualified plans, you're basically putting your finances in the hands of the government.
That's right.
Then, you know, just to kind of really tie it up here a little bit, then as we're adults and we're bouncing around getting our paycheck, and then we're taking our money and we're putting in the bank, and we're getting our money and we're putting in our bank. You got to understand something, guys. We are subservient to the money system, the banking system. We give all of our control, all of our wealth building power, we transfer it out of our control and put it into the hands of the government and the banking system. I'll just leave it at that.
There you go.
Bitcoin, you're right. You understand what I'm saying, Ontarian?
Definitely, bro. I'm on the same line.
Bitcoin comes into play because, and you got to understand this, Bitcoin gives us our power back. Okay? It gives us our power back. It takes a limited monetary system, meaning there's only 21 million Bitcoin ever going to be produced. It's electronic money that transfers from me to you peer-to-peer without any third-party involvement. It is unregulated or unowned by any government or entity. I can
that
send
makes
money
it powerful. That makes it very
that makes it
powerful.
huge. It makes it huge. And so with this electronic money, it really takes the place of cash. It's like electronic cash. Just like, Ontarian, if I wanted to take cash out of my pocket and then go put it in your hands, there's nobody to regulate that. There's no third-party intermediaries to do that.
That's right.
Bitcoin operates the same way, just electronically. I could send you $10 right now through the internet, through the internet into your Bitcoin wallet, from my wallet to yours, with no middleman or intermediary to stop it, to tax it, to put their hands on it, to monitor it, to do anything to it. So now we have a world where people can trade goods and services. Imagine this: most people in the world don't have a banking account. That's just something we take advantage of in the Western civilization.
Right.
But why is the world poor? Because the establishment has limited the ability for most of the world to gain access to goods and services, because they can't, because everything is linked to having some kind of bank account or something. But with Bitcoin, now you're given third world country populations the ability to transact goods and services with other people with a valuable commodity like Bitcoin. And guess what? They don't need a banking account to do it. They don't need any government to do it. They don't need anything. So now, not only is Bitcoin a valuable asset for people like you and me, passive income, we make money, we do all this kind of stuff, great. But for the third world countries, you're talking about opening the door to goods and services to help them elevate their lives like never before in history.
That's powerful, brother.
Bitcoin is going to do more for third world countries than the internet did. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Just like we talked about before, in the community that we're involved in now. We want to get into that, folks. I looked up the ranking for this community called mmmunited that we're going to talk about in just a second. I looked up Alexa. Now, if you don't know what Alexa.com is, it's a traffic rating site. It tells you how much traffic a certain site is getting. I looked it up and I was astonished. You got all types of countries, like you said, third world countries that are taking advantage of this community, and in the form of Bitcoin. They're able to finally join something that can bring them financial stability, and you're own. You don't have to worry about a bank. You don't have to worry about interest or anything like that. It's all there.
Yeah, and it's like you're saying. We're not talking about let's get rich. We're not talking about that.
Right.
We're not talking about let's get rich. Come on, folks. Come on. Who are we to sit here and try to talk about trying to get rich? We're not talking about that.
That's right.
We're talking about just open the door. Okay. We're talking about let's just open the door to allow let's open the floodgates so all of these people around the world can join forces, join hands, experience what it means to just have a quality of lifestyle. Can we start there? Maybe you and me don't talk about, maybe you and me don't get rich, you know what I mean? But our children might be able to get rich. Can we at least work on redistribution of wealth first? Can we start there? And
Amen,
then
brother.
we'll talk about getting rich. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. I mean, it was, and most people, getting rich, it was never, I don't care if I become a millionaire. Give me my time freedom. You give me my time freedom, I'm good. I'm good.
Good to
time
go,
freedom
bro.
is priceless.
Good to go.
If I make double what I made or triple what I made at a job, sign me up. And that's what it's about, folks.
Hey,
everybody wants, it's not about the money. it's about time freedom. You want more time to do the things you really want to do. Be with your family. You don't have to worry about a boss telling you to get up. It's about taking those vacations. It's about pursuing your dreams, your passions, your goals. Maybe you want to open up a restaurant, but you don't have the time to do it.
Maybe
That's
you
what we're
want to learn
talking about
kung
here.
fu. Maybe you want to learn kung fu and play the guitar. You know what I mean?
Right. That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Well, and think about this, man. Most people have already accepted their income level.
That's
Most
right.
people are already willing to live their lives within the means of their paycheck.
Unfortunately.
So, unfortunately, but what if you could just make the since you've already decided that your lifestyle fits inside of your paycheck, what if we could just simply take away you trading your time on the job site, but keep your income the same? What about that? At least you would have the same lifestyle you got now, but you could at least enjoy it on the level that you got it right now.
That's
you
right,
see what
brother.
I mean?
Yes, sir. That's what it's all about.
It cracks me up when I see people talking about, oh, we're gonna make all this money. Come on, man. So what you gonna do? You're gonna go buy a yacht, huh? Is that what you're gonna do? You know, now you're gonna go buy a plane. You know what I mean? Now you're gonna. What are you gonna do now? You know that you're trying to get rich.
Right.
How about live your life on your terms? How about just have options? How about wake up when you're done sleeping? You see what I mean? Can we do that? Let's start with that. You know,
man. You know what? Waking up when I want to wake up, Randy. That's one of the most beautiful things, brother. I tell you what. That right there was what I was looking forward to. Didn't have to get up. I'm not a morning person by any means. So
yeah, not by no alarm clock.
Yeah. If I can turn my alarm off, if I can just go, I was just imagining before I quit my job, I was imagining just going out to a batting cage, taking my alarm clock and having somebody pitch that alarm clock to me and just going to town.
Hey man, I'm going to the shooting range on Saturday. I'm gonna take my alarm clock with me, right? Yeah. I don't need no target. Just put the alarm clock out there.
There you go. Well, brother, so we want to get into, folks, how we can help you if you want to help. Now, if you don't want to help, this hangout is not for you. But for those of you who will look at this video, you're looking at this hangout, we have something for you that can change your life starting today if you're open to it. Now, I say open to it because you may look at it and say, oh, that stuff is not real. But we're going to show you proof here in just a second, okay? We are a part of a community called mmmunited, okay? And this is a worldwide movement of people from all over the world who have come together, locked arms, and say, hey, we want to get into something that we can help each other. We can help, the whole community, everybody around the world. Just what we were talking about with Bitcoin. Okay, so everything that we do in MMM United is with Bitcoin, but we're giving, okay, and we're receiving. We're giving, we're receiving. That's pretty much it in Bitcoin, in unregulated digital currency, and we're able to grow our money on a daily basis while we sleep. It's powerful. So,
and
Randy, what is MMM United to you? What has it done for you? And I think we're here in a little bit. I want to see if we can share your screen so we can see your account, what you've been able to achieve so far, brother. When I saw that what you doing to what you got coming out, I was like, this brother is moving. So, what is MMM United to you, and what has it done for you so far? And how long have you been with the community?
Well, again, guys, it's a pleasure to be here and share all of this with you guys. I have been part of MMM for about, I think it's been maybe 3 months.
Okay.
And
very short time.
Very, very short time. And, I'm familiar with the structure. These are called community peer-to-peer donation platforms, And all it really is, I don't know if you guys know what Uber is, Uber or Lyft. It's these shared transportation services. It kind of works the same way. United is a platform that just basically matches people together, just like Uber does. You have a rider and a driver. I drove for Uber for about 2 years at night, off and on. So a platform that just matches people together. You have people that come along and say, I want to provide help. And you have people that come along who already provided help. And now it's their time to get help. So it works symbiotically. The provide helps help the get helps. The get helps also help the provide helps, because there's people that always want to put into the community or get into the community. And as a result of this participating in the platform, there's rewards that come out of it. Namely, is a 100% growth factor on whatever you provide help with. I'd help with $100. In 30, you're providing help to the community, getting help while you're providing help. So in 30 days, your $100 will be $200. That's a reward for participating in the system. So once you get to your $200, right, Ontarian, you got us right there, right? That's
man, you got me. Here's what I did. So a month ago, I tested it out, folks. I put $40 in. I said, well, let me see if this is real. Let's see if this is real.
That's right.
My $40 went to $80, folks. And you know what I did after that? I put more in because I knew that it worked. So go ahead, brother. Sorry to cut you off there, but yeah, I just let them know.
We're on the same page here, brother. What happens though is at the end of your 30 days, you can now take out your $200. How do you take it out? It's your turn to get help now. So now you click the get help button, and then there's always people trying to provide help. So the reason why I make that point is because one doesn't work without the other. So you have to kind of check your mindset here. What do you mean give to other people? Or even sometimes we get a lot of people that are like, well, how much can I get? Guys, it works together. It's symbiotic. The provide helps supply the get helps. The get helps help the provide helps. Without the two working together, the whole system doesn't work. Just want you to know that up front. So as a result of that, my friends, I've been doing this for about 3 months. Can I go ahead and share my screen?
Sure, brother. Go ahead. Yes, sir. Just
confirm with me that you can see my screen here.
I can see because I see my face.
Okay, so, all right. So if I go like this, first of all, I'll show the website here. This is the main website, United. You can just see right off the bat that, this website, it embodies people working together, a community. This gentleman here, just so you know, he created the original MMM structure several years ago. So he's a guy that we kind of honor and just say, hey, thanks for all the hard work that you did in the past. And now United here is a global structure that encompasses everybody in the world. We can go do this from any corner of the world. We can participate in United. It's very important to understand the ideology and what this whole thing is all about. I just tell you this because some of you guys are going to run out and try to get involved with this thing. But, you really have to understand what really the meat and potatoes is of this program. So please, read the United section and the ideology section here so you really have an understanding, because we don't have time, here to go over every little detail. So anyhow, let me log in here. I might be logged out. Okay, I'm still logged in. So basically, if you look at the back office, you basically have two things. You have a button that says I want to provide help and I want to get help. I've provided help several times. Call it guider in the system. I promote the system heavily on my YouTube channel. So I've grown a pretty large team. Okay, so if you look at my participants here, I got quite a few. I'll just go quick.
Definitely. Hey, Randy,
Right.
any way you can make your screen bigger on your end?
Oh, is it not? Oops.
I can see it pretty good.
Let me see here. 1 second, brother. I think I can
Okay.
do this. Okay, so if I do that, let's share screen again. Okay, how about that?
Yeah, that's a little better. We can work with that.
Okay. I mean, it's full screen on my side, and
okay. Yeah, we got it.
So so anyhow, what I was showing you is I have over 4,300 members in just my group. So these are people that have either plugged into me or plugged into people under me, and whatnot. This is not typical MLM, because there's no monthly, there's no products, there's no monthly auto ship or nothing like that. These are just people who are working together to donate to each other. We're just all in agreement that we are going to work together and elevate ourselves as a sort of an internal community, a special club, if you will.
Right.
And then once you get involved with here, once you decide to provide help, your funds that you use, which is all Bitcoin related, all Bitcoin, we provide help with Bitcoin. The system matches us up with someone, which you'll see in, I'm just giving you just a couple little brief pointers here. What you see in green is when you provide help. Come on. Okay, what you see in green here is when you provide help. So you can see a couple days ago, I provided help of $1,000. Okay, $1,000 I provided. Now I only started with 100, just so you guys know. I didn't jump in this thing with $1,000. I jumped in with a whopping $100.
$100
to test, okay? Because I'm like you, Ontarian. Let me test it first before I, start going crazy and all this kind of stuff, right?
There you go.
But so then the $100 flipped, and I put a little more and all this kind of stuff. You can see here. Okay, well, these are the different activities that I've done. All right, so let's just get to it. So over time, I've provided help and got help and provided help. The Mavro here is what your money is. This is how they account for your money. Your money is accounted for. What you provide help with is accounted for in Mavro. That's what they call it, Mavro. Okay. So you can see these are guider bonuses, referral bonuses, and then you can see this here. What I want to show you.
You got a lot. You got pages of it, brother.
Pages and pages of it.
Wow.
Okay. What I want to show you. Goodness. Hold on there. Okay. 1 second. We're trying to get to this one page. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, brother. It pays to share, folks. It pays to share.
That's all this is, guys. That's a very good point. This is all just symbolic of sharing. Okay, so here is my $1,000 provide help. My last one. You can see it's already grown to $6, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's actually a little anniversary bonus that they threw on top of that. That's 20%. Okay.
And an anniversary bonus is nice.
Hey, passive income guru, 20% is all right, isn't it?
That's lovely. Lovely.
So anyways, I just want you guys to see that it's a give and take. Okay. It's not just get or give. It's all of these are referral bonuses and stuff. That's just a matter of the team growing, the group growing. All right. So saying all of that, I'm giving you all of that just so you can see that if I go back to my dashboard here, as of 12/1/2016, which was yesterday, I did a get help of $15,000.
Wait a minute. So
I can't even say that right, man. I can't even say it right.
you have a GH, a get help, which means you're taking money out of the community, you're asking for
I'm
a
asking
donation
for help from the community. Now, mind you, guys, this is not just, I want $15,000. I just want you guys to recognize that I've done quite a bit of work in building the community. This is part of a sort of a bonus or reward structure for helping to grow the community. So all this $15,000 is a representation of me helping to grow the community. All right. I want to say that so people don't think, oh, I'm just going to come along and get $15,000 out. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, keep going, Randy. My girlfriend is going a little crazy here because she doesn't. I'm not responding to her text. So let me just let her know what I'm doing.
Okay, brother. Go ahead. Brother. I got him. So, folks, just so you know, so that's the 15,000, and what happens is the system has now matched me with people who are providing help. So when you're providing help, as you saw in the green ones, you're matched with people who are getting help, and when you're getting help, you're matched with people who are providing help. So you can see here all of these people are providing help, and this half green check mark really means that they've already sent the funds to me via my Bitcoin account. All this is here is just confirming that they sent it. Okay.
Well, I like those notifications of that Bitcoin hitting that account, man.
Absolutely, bro. So I won't go into all of my Coinbase and all of that, but you can see this is my wallet right here, ending in GU5, and there's the amount, about 360. It's not always exact because we deal with Bitcoin. So at this point, I can confirm that these guys have sent my funds, and boom. And I think I'll give them 5 stars, and then I've received it. So after this call, I'll be spending some time going through all of these. You can see the amounts. I'll be going through all of these to confirm that I received them. That's a nice pay raise, brother. Hey, brother. $15,000. Yeah, $15,000 is all right. Is all right.
Yes, sir. So anybody can come in here and put whatever amount of Bitcoin they want to put in, and they can see their account start to move every single day.
That's a very, very, very good point, brother, because you and me were just talking about how in a previous platform that we're involved in, there was really no limitations to it, and it kind of got out of control, and therefore it had to be, it was dismantled. And a lot of that had to do with just kind of this no limits on how that whole platform worked. In mmmunited, the minimum is $10, the maximum is $10,000. Okay, the maximum is $10,000, and your money will only grow for 30 days. So 10,000 sure will grow to 20,000, but then you got to take it out, and then the max you can put in is 10,000 again. You can't take 20,000, put that back in, and then let the 20,000 grow to 40,000, and then so on and so forth. It doesn't work like that. Let me also just stress to everybody that's watching this video and your viewers. Let me just stress this, okay? This is an online platform, okay? And there's a lot of anonymity to it on our part and on the people that develop the platform. A lot of anonymity. What I mean is this is not something that you're going to be able to speak to the CEO. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
This is not something that you're going to be able to, these things are online platforms. You heard Ontarian and myself both admit that we tested it first. We didn't take a big old lump sum of money because we saw big dollars with our eyes and said, hey, I'm going to pull the money from under the mattress, pay my rent, take my rent money, take my kids' college fund and my retirement plan, and I'm going to dump it all in there, roll the dice, and cross my fingers. We're not talking about that, guys.
Right.
We, you know, Ontarian and I are both familiar with online platforms. You guys know this guy has, you know, many platforms that he's part of. You know that he is not going to do something without testing it first. You know he's not going to bring anything to you that he doesn't do himself. You know this.
That's right.
So don't now the quality and integrity that Ontarian brings to the table and then go and try to roll the dice and gamble your, you know, your money away. Please don't do that, because that's not what either him nor I did. We both tested first for 30 days before we even said anything to anybody. Yeah. So we're just giving you an example of what's going on here. Ontarian asked me to speak. I respect what he does in business. We're of like-minded individuals. So I just really urge you and implore you, do not gamble all of your funds in this program just because you see it's working for me. It doesn't come without some glitches. It doesn't come without some headaches. So test a little first.
That's right, brother.
Test a little bit first. And then once you feel good, you read the website, you have a good understanding, you understand. Some people try to put a whole bunch of money in and they don't know how to spell Bitcoin. You see what I mean? So
that's right.
Make sure you do your research, look at the, get a feel for it. Otherwise, you're going to be calling up Ontarian and then you're going to be looking for me trying to, you're going to be mad at us if something doesn't go the way you expected it to go.
That's right. So
I'm just telling you that right now.
I'm glad you said that, brother. I said the same thing the other day on my video. I said, don't take money out of your family's mouth. Don't take money from your bills, your insurance, things that are sustaining you as a family in your life. Do not do that. Now, you may be a cold hard gambler. You may go to the casino a lot.
You're a player.
That you gonna tell you what? Let me tell you this: if you go to the casino, you more than likely you're gonna lose. Okay, you have a better chance of putting your money in a community like MMM Global and watching it grow every day than a casino. So even if you're a gambler, even if you're a casino addict, do not put a lot of money in here. Just start small. That's a smart investor would say, hey, I'm gonna test it. Yeah, I'm gonna see if it goes right for me. If it does, I'm gonna put more money in. Then I'm gonna tell other people. That's the cycle. Follow that cycle. You'll be safe to go.
That's the professional cycle. Okay,
that's right.
That's why the professionals, if we get involved with something, you'll always notice the professionals start with a test first.
That's right.
And at the worst case scenario, when the professionals take a loss, if we take a loss, we're willing to take the loss because at least we know we started small and we tested first. And if it doesn't work out, we're okay taking that loss because at least we followed the principles of professionalism in this kind of stuff.
Exactly right, brother. Right on.
A lot of those people out there, Ontarian, they go, oh, it worked for you? Well, I got $5,000 right here. How about I throw that in there?
Can't do that.
And then they come back to you and they go, well, you said, and it's like, hey, I never said
that's right.
to take all your funds from under the mattress and throw it in the thing, So right. I think that's important for people to understand.
Very important, brother. Very important. Well, folks, we've given you a lot of meat in this hangout. We've covered a lot of angles. We've showed you proof. We've given you sound advice on what you can do to change your financial future going into 2017. And now the choice is up to you. Do you want to stay where you are in your job? Do you want to stay where you are, not moving forward financially and being comfortable, having that time freedom? Now, we're not talking about getting rich. We're talking about time freedom, which is better to me than being rich. If I could get time freedom, I'm sold.
Sign me up.
Sign me up, brother. So, folks, I'm going to leave a link below this video for you to join. Now, here's the most important thing when joining. You want to when you sign up, you want to register and you want to write down your email. I mean, not your, well, you want to write down your email too, but your password is the most important thing because you're not going to get an activation link. Write down your password, store it in a safe place. That way you can go ahead and, sign in and get going. If you got any questions, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to Randy. We're both on Facebook. You can, reach us. We'll be happy to help you out. So this is it, folks. Randy and I, we present many opportunities on our channels. We give you options to make a change in your life financially, and it really comes down to you if you really want it, if you're serious about it, if you're not comfortable, and mostly if your back is against the wall, you're looking for a change, then this can be something. This is something that can change your life. So be smart. Take the advice that we told you in this hangout, and you'll be okay. You'll be okay. Any last words, Randy? I want to thank you, brother, for your time.
I just want to say, guys, there's not very many people like Ontarian in the world who are going to actually take their time to share with you. This is an inspiring individual. He has, thousands of people that follow his advice because there's just not very many people out there that are doing that kind of thing. So, stick close to this guy. From what I've seen him promote and how he goes about it, he cares about people. He cares about trying to help people get freedom. Follow him, but also emulate him. That's what we need. A lot of times people say things like, we need more leaders in the communities. Well, Ontarian is one. Now, we're not talking about a guy, that goes around leading a protest down the street, okay? We're taught our mentors of our past. It's the new age. It's the information age.
That's right.
And now you have leaders like Ontarian leading people on the internet to freedom. And that's important to understand. And when you're looking for more leaders, you don't got to be a guy go do a protest down the street, but you can emulate people like Ontarian by beginning to learn from him and then spread the word so others will then kind of get into the fold as well. And imagine what kind of difference we can make. This is the information age, guys. It's the information age. We have to become masters of this information and spread the information. That's why me and Ontarian are working together right now with this hangout right here, because there's a vibration and we're picking up on each other's signal. So understand that this is how we're going to make the big difference in the world to come. Okay, guys? So just understand that.
I appreciate that those accolades, brother. I really do. And you're guys, Randy is not no pushover either, folks. He's leading the revolution. His channel, definitely go check him out. You can look him up on Bitcoin Randy on YouTube. Subscribe to him. Lots of knowledge. We're on the same, like I say, we're on the same page in this revolution, folks. To help families, to help people become free. That's what it's all about. Our messages are the same. Okay.
That's right.
So, Randy, I appreciate you, brother, and we will be in touch, my friend.
Right on, brother.
Thanks for everything you do, man.
Thanks for having me here on your channel, brother.
All right, brother. We'll be in touch. Take care now.
Peace.